And I'm live if anyone's watching. I'll give it a second. So I'll give it, hey, how's it going? I was just going to say I'll give it a second to see if, well, you show up, but like to see if anyone else shows up too. But I had the thought that these live streams are probably really good after I post a video like the honeymoon one. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Do I look okay? I've just had a stressful day at work. I don't know if it shows in my face, but things are crazy at my job. Oh, it's probably a stressed look, not an unhappy look specifically. But yeah, I don't want to go too in detail about my job, but basically I work in like the hotel field and like it's not a great time for the travel industry. So it's a little bit stressful, but I'm grateful to have a job ultimately. So that's where I'm at. But yeah. Yeah, it'll work out. It's like we're finishing a project basically, so whatever it is. And I don't have to work like all the time. It's like a shorter work week, like 38 hours a week, so I have time to do other stuff and whatever, relax, that kind of thing. Time to listen to some music. I haven't had much time this week, but yeah, I thought it'd be fun to talk more about honeymoon, like, and these would be good after I've posted an in-depth video like that one, just to see if anyone has any thoughts about what I said, if anyone has anything to say about it. Like, I just thought it would be kind of fun. I'm glad you like the video. It's always nice to hear because like I felt so weird because I'm so out of practice of making a video like that. So it was like a little bit weird feeling as I was editing, but I liked it. Oh, thanks. I liked putting in the movie references. I really like relating a piece of pop culture to other pieces of pop culture, if that makes sense. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Did you notice at the end I put in the version of Freak that was the demo version because I heard that for the first time when I was editing and I thought it was so cool. You never connect Lana's music to movies, even if they are cinematic. Like Honeymoon specifically, I was like, this is a movie. Like the first time I heard the track Honeymoon, I remember being like, I feel like I'm in a film noir and I just like murdered my lover and like somebody else walked in. Like there's a crime that I have to cover up. Like that kind of specific film noir imagery. Like that's what I felt like. It's very dramatic. First listen, I loved it so much. What's your first or favorite track? Honeymoon is really very cinematic. The song is a picture. It's so cinematic. And like I kind of always wish that we could get more music videos like the Born to Die era had such good music videos, you know? And oh, I understand what you mean. You said if I wish I could frame it. Like Honeymoon is a very cinematic, the song is a picture. You wish you could frame it. I totally understand and I feel the same way. Like you know how after Born to Die and like her music videos sort of changed? Like at the beginning she was doing these very cinematic stuff. Cosmic Aries, you said, I love the demo version of Freak. It's so good. I had no idea it existed. I didn't either. Like, I had no idea all these demos, but it showed up just on a recommended YouTube video. I was like, I love this. It just had that rockier kind of edge to it. I thought it was so cool. I don't know. I guess it came out, like, it leaked a couple months ago on YouTube, but it hasn't been taken down, so I don't know. I love her demos. Like I didn't know that one existed though, but I'm so glad I found it. I feel like it ended the video on a good note because I was trying to figure out my outro song. I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna put. And then I heard that. I was like, oh yeah, that's the one. I just love the way it ended things. Did I hear the Lust for Life demo? I did. I thought it was very different. Like it struck me specifically in the chorus. Like just even it was so different. I can't sing, so I'm not going to, but it was so different. I also really like the I don't know what they call it. It's the song Ride, but it's the outro. It's how she ends a lot of her tours. Like there's like a long instrumental thing. So I also like that. That's also floating out there. And if you guys haven't been able to hear the, I guess it was leaked version of Serene Queen, I love that song. It's on YouTube. They're all on YouTube. I'm not going to go out there and like be like, I love leaks, you should listen. But it's on YouTube. It came up as a recommended. It's very easy to find. It's a good one. You heard it but already forgot it. It's so like it's an interesting song. I just really like it. It sounds like a early Lana song, but apparently it was a Lust for Life demo. Back to Honeymoon. Did you like Art Deco? I did, but every time I listen to it, I remember that people said it was about Azalea Banks. And then I get distracted thinking about that because I don't know. I mean, I know about Azalea Banks, but that's what I always think about. I like that song. I don't know if you guys like it, but I really like that one. You remember, but you don't care. I haven't heard about Azalea Banks in like a long time, so I do like that song. That my favorite tracks on Honeymoon overall. They change daily. I really like the song Religion. Music to Watch Boys to I really love too. High by the Beach is a big favorite as well. And I do really like Swan's song. Initially I thought it was kind of like but Katie found Religion too long. Oh, I don't remember. I don't know. I did go back and actually watch some of the live stream we did initially just to be like, how did my opinions change and all of that. So it was really interesting to be able to do that. Swan Song is the worst song for you after all these years. I didn't like it at first. I don't know what I said in the live stream, but I remember around the time the album came out not liking it. But then there's a cinematic thing to it, but that I like at the end. I think you're definitely right that there's something final to Honeymoon. I think her newer music changed a lot. It's not as cinematic. I agree with you. And I don't know what it was the final chapter of, but there is something so final about the way the album Honeymoon ends, I guess. Like it is very, what's the word? Her new music is more like live music. Her new music has definitely gone a little bit more organic. Is that the word? Yeah, I see that. I like her new stuff, like don't get me wrong, but it's definitely very different. And I think the word I kept using, I think in my video was I said like self-indulgent. It's this like beautiful cinematic dream Lana's having. There's no concept behind Norman fucking Rockwell. You still love it. I love it too, but it is so different. Like Honeymoon is kind of Lana leaving behind that cinematic quality, I guess she had, and I still love everything she's done since, but like she was a character up until that point, and she's still Lana Del Rey, but you know, the veil is lifted a little bit more as we go on. And I do think that has something to do with her general like spirit after that album. Lust for Life, I mean, she's smiling in so many, like the album cover and so many of those pictures, like she seems happier. Paradise, Ultraviolence, and Honeymoon had some kind of concept. Yeah, I definitely think so. Like it definitely had, I don't know, it definitely felt like a cohesive art piece. Second half of Lust for Life, very Americana. I went to that tour. That was the last time I saw Lana, and I just remember the way she spoke about some of the songs and like how a lot of them for her were protest songs, or not necessarily protest songs, but like in support of people who were, you know, trying to make a change and that kind of thing. But it's definitely a very different Lana. Like Lana of Lust for Life and beyond is more aware of like current events and that kind of thing. People hated that she got political. I mean, I understand why people do. Personally, I liked it because it's in line with a lot of stuff I think. But artists should be allowed to speak out. I agree. I don't think they're obligated to, but I feel like they should be allowed to. But she wasn't too direct to offend anyone. No, I think she did a pretty good job. She made it clear her problems were like with Trump and like the politicians. She wasn't like, I hate everybody who might, she wasn't directly attacking like everybody. She was very, I think, very professional about it. I think she handled it really well. But I think, I don't know if people don't agree with her. I personally think you can separate art from an artist in most cases. So it wouldn't bother me necessarily, but I don't know. I don't know if I can separate art from artist every time, but overall, I think I can do that. You totally separate art from artist. I do too. Like even so I talked a little bit about Courtney Love last time and about how I like used to like worship the ground she walked on and then she kind of screwed over somebody that I know. So like I have firsthand knowledge that she's kind of shady, but I still listen to her music because I still enjoy it. I just don't condone her behavior. So I think you can do that for most things. I don't know. Some people don't feel that way, but I definitely think you can. Yeah, I'm trying to think through all the artists that people don't like. Only if you support Satan, I'll drop you. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody that like people have canceled for like legitimate reasons and like I if I liked their music before, I probably still like it. I wouldn't want to like Demi Lovato. I like her music. I ordered her record. Like what's it called? Don't forget. Her music was an important part of my like teen years. But are you saying that she's someone you don't like? You just said I like her music, but not her. Yeah, I mean, I what did she do? She did something lately that people didn't like. I can't remember. I love her music. Her voice is genuinely great, but yeah, I don't know. I do like her music though. See, I started like when Camp Rock came out, I really liked Camp Rock. There are screenshots. Didn't she have like a fake Instagram account? Yeah, she had a fake Instagram account. She was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't really look into it at all. I just saw that people were mad at her again. I try to, I don't know, it's not really something I try to get involved in. If it's not a celebrity that I think about regularly, I try not to like look up their drama. But if like Taylor Swift got into something, I would Google it. Instagram is there so I know more than I need to know. Oh, that's me with Reddit. Like, there's a subreddit called Pop Heads where people talk about pop music, and I'm on there a lot, and there's so many things that pop up there, and I'm like, oh, well, now I know that forever. I don't know. People on there are fun, though. They like to talk about, well, obviously pop music, but, without judgment. A lot of people in the music community can be very judgmental about pop music, and I like it. You've never used Reddit for real? I use it a lot. Like I never used to because I used to use Tumblr all the time, but then in college I made a Reddit account and you have to kind of filter through and find the stuff that you like cuz if you like when you go on they auto follow a bunch of subreddits and subreddits are like the sub forums if you don't know. So just like unfollow the ones that they auto do and auto sign you up for and then sign up for like the music ones. That's what I do. Most of the time you lose interest. For me, it's a really good source for information, because people talk. Following makes no sense to you. That's fair. It's not for everyone. It's how I get a lot of information and like news. And in the comments, you can always see people like debating it. And you can see people posting alternative sources. So I like it. Do I use Reddit only for music? I use it for mostly music related subreddits, like the Taylor Swift one, like stuff like that. And then musical theater, and then like general news. I'm trying to think what else I follow it for. Like are people too passionate in Reddit? Sometimes. It depends on the subreddit. Because sometimes I go on like the pop music one I like, and people are usually really chill there. Or the Taylor Swift one is really great. And the thing about Reddit that I like is it's a self-moderating kind of community. So people, yeah, Twitter is a mess. I agree. I don't use Twitter that much because it stresses me out, but I do like Instagram and I like Reddit. But on Reddit, people can vote on your post. They can upvote you or downvote you. So if someone comes in and starts spewing like really hateful things or saying something horrible, people downvote them, and then the comment gets hidden. So it's self-moderating. Cosmic Heresy said, I actually think there's a lot of Lana Del Rey and Elizabeth Grant. I don't think she's a character that's totally made up, like, let's say, Electra Heart. Totally agree with that. Electra Heart, that's actually an album I want to talk about at some point. He said, Lana Del Rey is informed by her interest in philosophy and literature. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's not like a character, like a completely fake character. I don't know. It's definitely like, I don't know the right word. But I totally understand what you're saying. You're right. I need to do Electra Heart. I do want to. I started researching it like months ago, and I just haven't finished. So that'll be happening at some point. I'd love to talk about Electra Heart. It's such a great album. Yeah, it's an exaggerated, like, not a caricature, but like kind of, maybe. I don't know. The right word is there. I don't know if I can find it. But I totally hear what you're saying. It's not fake. It's like an exaggerated version of herself. Yeah, I agree with you guys. It annoyed you when people said that she's inauthentic when she first came out. Oh, yes. I totally agree with that. I think I touched on that in the video, if I'm recalling correctly, just like, because, I don't know, being meta, maybe that's not the right thing, but Lana is very open about how she's like creating art and how she loves these things, and it's the creation of the art is part of the art for Lana in a way, like her influences and all of that, but I don't think she's inauthentic. Like, who cares that she has a stage name? So many people do. I don't know. I don't think she's any more inauthentic than like anyone else. There's a really great video essay somewhere on YouTube called like The Authenticity of Lana Del Rey, I think. I think I watched that. But yeah. It's a good topic. I think she's very authentic. It amazes me how creative Lana is. She made so much great music in only 9 years, only counting the Lana stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty amazing. Like, I did say self-indulgent a lot for this album review, but one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is like, I lost track of what I was saying completely. Oh my gosh. What was I saying? You said, who cares what is real and fake? I agree. Well, I watch like WWE, so for me, like something being fake or people like hating on something for being fake or like more intentional or whatever it is, it's just not really the point of it. Like if something's fake, like I don't know, I don't know. Does that make the art that's produced as a result of it any less valid? Because I don't think so. But Lana's not fake. She's, I don't know. Like what is an artist that's like not fake that people don't think is fake? I don't know. Everyone gets accused of being fake, but Lana gets accused of it like so much harder. Adele is the only not fake artist. I know there were the rumors about Lana like having a rich dad who like funded everything. I think that was a rumor, or is that Taylor Swift's rumor? I can't remember. But people were saying like they scrubbed the internet of all of her past stuff so that she could be Lana Del Rey, and people would find out. Like you can't hide anything. Makes no sense because of the Lizzie Grant era. Yeah, I know. So I guess she lived with her aunt and uncle in New York and Staten Island, maybe. somewhere, like not in Manhattan. And she would go into the city and like do open mics, and like she won a contest, and like with the money she lived in a trailer park. She looked cheap back then. Oh. I think it's so funny to me that she went to open mics and performed under the name like Sparkle Jump Rope Queen. I love that. Like, I love that. I love her, but she looks better. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, is she a natural blonde? I thought so, but I could be completely wrong. I can't remember. I think she might be, because like, isn't her sister like that really dark blonde kind of hair color? Her and her siblings all look exactly alike. Don't get me started on her sister. I don't know much about her sister. She makes the worst shoots and videos. What are my favorite songs on Norman fucking Rockwell? You love Bartender. I love the song Bartender too. Happiness is a Butterfly is a big one. And Best American Record. And those are my highlights, although I love all of it. Bartender's your favorite. Cosmic Iris, you wouldn't agree with the thing about Lana's sister? Oh, okay. That's what I thought you were saying. I mean, that's fair. I don't hate it. It's just definitely, I don't hate what her sister does. I like it. I like the freak video too. For me, I just want her to make like Tropico again so badly that any other videos that she makes, I'm like, they're great, but I want a cinematic, like, you know. Yeah, no, the freak video is good. High by the Beach is so good. I like some of the Norman fucking Rockwell videos. I think some of them were good. I like the tone of the videos. I love the High by the Beach music video. I don't know who directed that, but I like that one. Okay, so you like the big budget, like cinematic ones. That's fair. I like the music video she's been putting out, but I'll always like the really big cinematic ones more. That's just my personal opinion. Happiness is a Butterfly. Wait. High by the Beach. Okay. I got confused. I get so confused by like, what is it? Acronyms, like the letters. High by the Beach. It's okay. Don't apologize. That was your favorite on Honeymoon. I just love it when like the beat kicks in on the chorus. I don't think I talked about it like in my video, but like essentially that song and the album, the day that album came out, this is like irrelevant personal stuff, but the day that album came out, after I went home and did that live stream all those years ago, I went to the beach with my thankfully ex-boyfriend and some friends, and it was genuinely the worst I've ever been treated in my entire life, long story short. But like that album and all of that, it reminds me of those bad times, but also like breaking out of those bad times at High by the Beach specifically makes me feel very powerful. So that album and that song, it just has such a special meaning to me. So I really like that. You need to connect the album with good memories. Delete the bad ones. I will. I will say that it's not like I associate them with the bad memories. I associate them with triumphing over the bad memories, if that makes sense. The lyrics at the end are genius for High by the Beach. I agree. I love that. I love that whole album, Honeymoon, and I talked about it for like 20 minutes in a video. But it's like it's a powerful album. High by the Beach specifically is like a really powerful song. I really like it. Like the lyric, you could be a bad motherfucker, but that don't make you a man. Like that spoke to me and it still does, but at the time. First time you heard High by the Beach, you were so overwhelmed. The first time I heard it, I was like in a car with a really good sound system, so I like felt so surrounded by the noise. It's Lana's passive aggressiveness at her best. I love it. I love the way she addresses like negative things, if that makes any sense. It's kind of a vague statement, but I like the way she does it. Casey, I know I'm late, but is Honeymoon your favorite Lana record? Could you rank them personally? Like all of the records? Let me think. Honeymoon, it's so hard because I like so many of them. Keep in mind, whatever I say, I love all of them deeply and honestly and truly. So it goes probably Honeymoon, then Ultraviolence, then Norman fucking Rockwell, then Lust for Life, then Paradise, then Born to Die. But I like all, like, you know how like it's one, two, three, but they're all so close together. I love them all so much. I hate like they feel like all my not my children, but like they feel like they're all so loved for different reasons. And one thing I love about Lana that I love about a lot of my favorite artists is that she has such a distinct like voice on every album. I think that's so important and interesting. So that you could never rank the albums. You only like the Paradise EP the least. I love Paradise. That was maybe one of the first, I think that was the first Lana record I ever bought, was the Paradise EP. Yeah, I think that was it. Gosh, that was so long ago. I've come so far since then. Was that really 9 years ago? I keep getting stressed because I graduated from high school 10 years ago and I'm like, oh, that like went by really fast. That's the only album that wasn't pressed on colored vinyl. Oh, so that so it makes it extra bad for you. That's so funny. I didn't realize that. I didn't even know Born to Die was on colored vinyl until like 2 weeks ago. Like for those who don't know, my boyfriend got me the Born to Die red vinyl for our anniversary, and I had no idea it existed. Your Paradise vinyl is really bad quality. I don't know when the last time I've listened to that, honestly. There's a picture disc of Born to Die. I think most of the records I have are like decent quality, except for like the picture discs, but I think that's kind of a given. But I didn't know there was a picture disc of Born to Die. But it's brand new. I work for Target and it was a Target exclusive. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah, he got it at Target. I love Target. It's like my favorite store. I didn't realize Target had like exclusive vinyl versions because like Target generally has like exclusive Taylor Swift records, exclusive CDs. I mean, so I knew about that, but I didn't know about vinyl. The picture disc for Born to Die was a Record Store Day exclusive. Oh yeah, we can talk about Record Store Day. There's a split Record Store Day for people who don't know. Record Store Day was supposed to happen in April, and they have a huge list of exclusive records that come out that day. They were going to move it to June. They couldn't, so now they're doing 3 days. They're going to be one at the end of August, one at the end of September, and one at the end of October, if I'm remembering correctly. So there's 3 different days. Do we know if it's going to be online? Do we know about whatever? Yeah, I'm so excited too. Like, I don't know. Do you think they will do anything interesting? Or I'm excited to support my local record store because I love them a lot. So I'm really excited for that, but I don't know if it's going to be online or if it's going to be in person or what are they going to do? It's going to be really interesting. I hope they don't drop any already confirmed records. I I don't know if they're going to. I think the plan is that the records that they've already announced are going to stay as Record Store Day exclusives and they're going to still come out. But I think it's June 1st they're going to announce the new list. So they're going to announce if like what days things are coming out on rather than if they're coming out, I guess, if that makes sense. So I think the list is the same. You don't have in London, they have Record Store Day in like there's a UK site. They probably will have something for you. I think Katie has been to Record Store Day before. Should look it up. Like there's a whole like UK Instagram account for Record Store Day, so you can go see if there's any news. Because when I first saw the news, it had like the different dates. Because in the US, we write, what is it, like month, day, year, and they do year. No, I can't think right now. I'm so sorry. But we write dates differently in the US is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, go ahead, look it up. Um, are there any from what's announced that I'm excited for? I really want to get like the David Bowie records, and I can't think of anything else that's been announced now. Europe is day, month, year. Yeah, I think we're month. Yeah, we're month, day, year. That's what I was trying to say. What else is there? There were a few. It wasn't like an overwhelming amount, but I think there was a. I'm gonna pull up the list. Record. I'm interested to see what my record store gets because they don't get everything, of course. So I'm excited to see. Oh yeah, the Britney Spears one, that would have been cool, and the Ellie Goulding one. Okay. Let's see. The Best Coast one, I'm excited for that one, for sure. The David Bowie one, like my best friend loves David Bowie, so I always try to get David Bowie stuff for her. The exact same for you. You feel so odd buying Bowie records. Am I still on? Because I think I just lost service for a second. I don't know if I'm still on. Okay, cool. Thank you. It said like unable to connect and I got really confused. But I'm glad I didn't have to like start a new stream. Wait, Casey, you said this exact same for you. You feel odd buying Bowie records now. Like it feels weird. I tend not to listen. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but releases after someone's died. Maybe that makes you superstitious or makes me feel weird that someone is still making money off of his name. Totally understand that perspective. And my friend who like, she loves Bowie. She knows like everything about him. She has all of his records. She said that even she's not that excited about this release just because like every live performance is becoming a Bowie record, everything, you know? So she's just not as excited about it. So it's just, I do feel weird. It does to me feel like people are trying to make money off of him. And in general, when people are like, oh, we found this and we're going to put it out. If it's like a remastered version or like something they were finishing right when they died, there's no issues with that at all. But like constant releases. Some find it disrespectful, but you don't mind. I mean, I'm not judging you for liking it, but I don't necessarily think it's disrespectful. It just feels weird, I guess. Do you guys think Terrence Loves You really is about his brother? I've heard that before. I think I said that in the live stream years ago, but I don't know if that's true. I've never really heard her talk about it, but I think like it's an all but confirmed like fan theory, but I don't know if it's true. But I kind of think it is. Oh, there's a Charlie XCX record. Do you guys like her? I kind of do. I wish Lana did a track by track like she did for Ultraviolence. That would be so cool. I look like for Electra Heart, because I'm researching that for another video. Marina did a whole video where she's talking about every single record, song on the record, her process. I'm like, why can't everyone do this? This research thing would be so much easier. There's a Billie Eilish one. That one's going to be exciting, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. Yeah, I don't know where it was. It was like a 3-part video with Marina talking about it. She was being interviewed by somebody. Definitely, if you like Marina, go look it up. I'll talk about the concept she talks about in her video, in my video, but if you like it, look it up. If you like her, look it up. Um, Christine and the Queens, that'll be cool. Did I watch Marina's live on Bose's? No, I didn't. I missed that. I didn't know she was doing that. I turned off all notifications for live streams on Instagram because I got so many, so I turned it off. Is it still available to watch? I might go look it up. She played a demo of Fruit and a demo of a new song. Oh, that's cool. I really like Marina. I think you asked earlier, someone asked if I liked Love and Fear. I did. I don't think it was as good as her other stuff, but I did like it. I think, yeah, that was the last live stream Katie and I did, so I enjoyed it while we were talking about it. It's always fun to do a live stream for an album with her. Love and Fear are too many songs. I agree. There's some good songs. It should have been, just like a special release of a few songs. That would have, I think, made it better. I saw her on the tour for it, though. It was a really good tour. Baby shouldn't have been on the album. I agree with that. And I think somebody asked earlier if Katie and I were doing another live stream and what the status on that was. The answer is probably. We just have to come up with details and, all of that. But we want to. Did you ask what my favorite tracks were on Love and Fear? I can't even remember the track list. Why do I have the worst memory? We need another live stream. I'd love another live stream. We're thinking about it maybe for Gaga's new album. I like Orange Trees too. I think that's a good song. The beginning caught me off guard the first time I heard it, I can't lie. But I do like the verses. That might drop in September, Gaga's album. We'll do something before. We'll work on something before too. But we will definitely do it for Gaga's album. And if Lana releases her other album, because she teased a new album that she was working on called White Hot Forever. Was that the name? I like the name. But she said it would come out this summer. I don't think it will. But whenever it comes out, I'm excited. Okay, favorite tracks on Love and Fear. That won't drop for sure this year. I didn't think it was going to anyways because I love Lana, but we all know she kind of, is very late to things. But I think she has an excuse now. She can't go record. Okay, Love and Fear. I love the song Handmade Heaven. Do you want to talk about that and her spoken word album? Okay, so I don't know what's going on with the spoken word album. I don't know if you guys have heard anything, but I know that she posted the cover on her Instagram. I think we talked about that on a previous live stream. So she posted the cover for it, and then she deleted it soon after. And I think she posted it again. I was really confused. Oh, she posted it again. Okay. So when is it going to come out? I have no idea. I'm excited to hear it, though. Initially, so obviously, it's Alana, and there's not a consistency to what she's doing. But I thought it was going to be a book, for $5 or something cheap. Why would she do that? It's anyone's guess. I love Lana, but that girl is not very organized. I think she wants to do all the stuff she says, and I am fully self-aware that I can do this too. But I think she announces stuff because she's so excited about it and she wants to make it happen, and then she doesn't. She wants to sell it for $1 or wanted to. I remember hearing about that and thinking it was so great. This was a long time ago. So I hope that she puts it out. I love poetry, and I'm really interested to see what her poetry's like because I love her lyrics. I love her world building, So I am excited to see what it is. And news sources are treating the book and the album as different things, but it's been so long since she announced the book. August 2000. Wow. Yeah. It's been a while. My goodness. Yeah, it's been a while. Isn't that around the time she started talking about releasing Norman fucking Rockwell? I can't remember. The poems she's released on her Instagram page so far are really good. I think so too. I love the way she writes. Um, the her lyrics are amazing, and I she wanted to release the book before Norman fucking Rockwell. In my mind, like Norman fucking Rockwell came out in August, right? I thought it was the book of poetry was supposed to come out like the January before. Like I thought that's when she talked about it, but honestly at this point all the years run together and I don't know for sure. Okay. I think they're just not in the loop, but yes, that's when she released Mariners in Venice. I remember like that I made a video when Venice Bitch came out talking about how excited I was for the album, and that was years ago. The pre-release of Norman fucking Rockwell was the worst time in your life, all the waiting. It was so messy. I mean, I can't judge, but it was a messy time. All the snippets, all of everything. I remember like The Greatest, that song came out on Google Play for some random reason, just that song, and it was only available on Google Play, so I made a Google Play account to go listen to it. It was just I was so desperate for new Lana. I like went everywhere trying to find her music. Makes it even harder to listen when you or it makes it even harder to wait when you have to listen for snippets. I agree. But I am I love the full leaks. I do kind of like to wait just because I like to hear the whole album as the thing. Um, Gaga's, I I saw that it kind some of it leaked, but um, not complaining, of course. You love what she does and respect, but from a consumer's perspective, her and Gaga's album royalties have been confusing. Yes, yeah. Even if I've listened, also like to the point of snippets leaking, I've always bought albums like Taylor Swift's album, I have like 7 copies. So I did hear some snippets before. But I totally like from a consumer perspective, it's really frustrating. Because I don't really care if I have to wait 6 months for an album, but I want to be told that 6 months is happening and for that to actually happen. The only Lana album you've ever downloaded illegally was Ultraviolence. I still bought it on CD and vinyl, so I don't feel bad about it, honestly. I understand that. I understand both perspectives because, like, Katie never listens to leaks. She's very good about it. But I have listened before, but I've only ever listened for albums that I was so excited about that I bought like 7 copies of it. Um, I don't know. I remember Katie being like, I don't listen to leaks. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't. Also, apparently, it's like the most illegally downloaded album ever. Really? It is? That's so crazy. I had no idea. That's so random. Not random, I guess, but like that is interesting. I had no idea. I remember buying that album. I remember the day I bought that album. Casey, exactly. Like I want success for them. I will happily buy the record and tickets. But even for stands, it feels confusing. I can't imagine being the general public. I feel like the general public will lose interest very quickly. I don't know. And anyway, what's up with artists waiting weeks and months to announce a track list? What copy did I buy first? For what specifically? I can't remember like if artists would release track lists when they announced the album, but in my mind I feel like that's what used to happen. But then when I was younger, I didn't know about album releases because I wasn't allowed on the internet unsupervised. uh, Ultraviolence, what copy did I buy first? I bought the vinyl edition. I went to a record store. I remember which one, and I bought it on vinyl. I think I had Spotify at the time or Apple Music, one of the two. So I was streaming it. And then the first copy I actually bought was the vinyl edition. I love that album. Katie made a really good video about it. I haven't talked about it in a video, but Katie has made really good deep dives of Ultraviolence, Born to Die in Paradise. So they're really good. I recommend it. And that's the thing. Sometimes they unveil the track list 1 week before the release. Yeah, I can definitely say that Taylor Swift did that, but I think it leaked. Like, I think it leaked, and so she had to release it officially. I think that's what happened. Lady Gaga's leaked. Didn't Target accidentally post the track listing early on their listing for the album on the website? I can't remember. I don't know. I love Target, though. That's why I buy so much of most of my stuff. The cover leaked, the track list, everything. Yeah, it feels like also working for Target was like a moment of panic. Oh, I bet. I mean, it happens. Like I run a website. I don't know what it's like to run a retail website in that sense, but I know things happen. On your little devices, we list a release date, like the release date that it was going to be, or a new one. Because I haven't heard of a new release date, but I really want to know. I really like Blackpink. I think I talked about this last week, but I really like Blackpink, and I'm really excited to hear their collab. Oh, okay. You said the title Sour Candy is random, if you ask me. I haven't heard any snippets. I have no idea what it's like referring to. Also September. Oh my goodness. This is just gonna be the longest summer ever, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Like everything I was looking forward to has been canceled. I understand we have to stay safe. I get it. But it's still gonna be the longest summer ever. If you have to wait till September, you won't buy it, like at all. I probably will. I've waited years for like Lana releases that I've waited years for releases from artists that like never followed through. So she sells the vinyl in PVC plastic sleeves. Oh, what time is it? I hate to cut the party short, but I actually have to go because my boyfriend went and got dinner. Let me see. Okay, when hired by Target, you're told one of the most important things is not to mess with the releases. Fair. Like, I can imagine, like, that's a lot of stress. Because I know when the Taylor Swift albums come out, there's a lot of people in the Taylor Swift, like, subreddit who work at Target who get very stressed out around that time. Like, even if they see the album, they, like, are afraid to talk about it because they don't want to lose their jobs. Yeah. But yeah, I do have to go. My boyfriend just got dinner, so I have to go. But I'm planning on doing this like every Friday. If I don't do it, I'll post about it on Instagram. But I'm gonna try to schedule these. I tried to schedule it and it didn't work. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. But the plan is to do a video on Tuesdays and then a live stream on Friday. So I think I'll be able to do that. When Lover came out, it was such a fun day at work. I'm like 8 a.m. at Target, Taylor Swift release days, like, hey guys. But yeah. Yeah, I'll try to schedule it again. So for those of you who can come, I will see you next Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week. And I'll see you Tuesday for a new video and then next Friday for a live stream. Yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Bye.